tell by that music what we're about to talk about, because we have a blockbuster move that's shaking up James Bond. Amazon now has creative control of the franchise, and Jeff Bezos is already asking this question: who'd you pick as the next Bond? George Stephanopoulos for me, but there is already an overwhelming pick on social media.
Which is not me.
Because you know what? You took your name out of the drawing. You're like, I got a job, I'm good, so I'm removing myself. If you would win, George, Will, you got it. What you got?
Hello, Em. Thank you very much. This has all the intrigue of a Bond film. The family in charge of every inch of the franchise is now stepping away. Amazon taking control, meaning the future of the Bond franchise is now likely to take a new direction.
Bond.
From Sean Connery,
James Bond,
to Daniel Craig, and all those in between.
shaken, not stirred.
James Bond has been the dapper, daring, and deadly leading man of cinema for more than 60 years. But this morning, a major shakeup for the future of the billion-dollar juggernaut. Producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, whose family has controlled the franchise since the first Bond film in 1962,
I think they were on their way to a funeral.
are stepping away, leaving creative control and intellectual property rights to Amazon.
For over 60 years, the James Bond franchise was overseen by one family, the Broccoli family. And so for the first time, it's out of their hands, and James Bond's future is going to be determined by Amazon and whoever else they decide to put in charge.
This announcement follows a protracted struggle between Broccoli, whose father Albert was Bond's original producer, and Amazon Studios.
I'm sorry, James.
Amazon originally gained a large ownership stake in the franchise in 2021 as part of its $8.5 billion purchase of MGM, but they reportedly had to pay an additional $1 billion to gain full control with this latest deal.
I may have some breaking news for you, Elliot.
The studio reportedly squabbled with Broccoli and her stepbrother Wilson over the direction of the franchise, including who should next play the title role and if there should exist a James Bond TV show.
I think there's an open question as to whether expanding the James Bond franchise is really going to be what the fans want. I do think that Amazon sees that there's been money left on the table here, and there's every indication that they intend to, at least in some degree, increase the amount of James Bond product that we see out in the marketplace.
The most recent Bond, Daniel Craig, putting out a statement wishing Broccoli and Wilson well, adding that in whatever ventures they go on to do, I know they will be spectacular, and I hope I can be part of them.
And the most recent Bond film, No Time to Die, earned over $750 million worldwide, but since then the franchise has been in a bit of a standstill. Broccoli and Wilson announced back in 2022 they were searching for a new Bond for the 26th film, but no updates have been shared as of yet, guys.
Oh, so our crack team has been combing the internet, guys. Who would you choose? And then I'll tell you what we found out. George. Who would you choose? I do like the George. George, I mean, not just
He's
because...
he's more of an M, really.
I do like it. It's the Daniel Craig kind of like smart version
If you
of
can
it.
negotiate me that contract, you get 25%.
All right, let's see. Maybe Barbara Broccoli's watching. Yeah. So it was Henry Cavill. People were going with Henry, and I have to say that when I thought so too.
Great.
That was my first kind of instinct, was to go with the Cavill.
Suave Brit.
There you go.
And can do it all.
There
Does
you
his
go.
own stunts, just like George.
How's your British accent, by the way?
Terrible.
Disqualifying yourself, Kyle. I'm going to put in a vote for you. All right, thank you for that, Will.